Cascade is obviously a beautiful move, and if you haven't already learned the prerequisites, the only two prerequisites you need to learn are the Pharaoh Shuffle, which is like this, where you can shuffle it every other, and then Friffle, which looks like this. Absolutely beautiful move to get straight into Cascade. So it looks just like that. And you can go straight from there into this one. So, obviously, 3 beautiful moves. All can be done with just about any deck of cards. Some look obviously better than others. This one's one of my favorites because it has 3 different sections while you're doing these moves, which makes it look really great while falling in the way that it does. And since they're curved, it looks even better. So if you want to pick up this deck, it's 10% off in the description below. But on top of that, let's just get straight into the video. So I'm just going to assume that you've already learned both of the other moves, and now you are here. So you're at this angle right here with in between your ring and thumb, or if you have bigger hands, your pinky and thumb. Then you have your middle finger and your index finger on the top. You can also do it where you have it here with your index finger in between. Personally, I like my index finger right next to my middle finger. Now you're going to be holding it with your left hand up until then, because or else they'll all just fall down unless you lean it back far enough. So you can either lean it back, but if you lean it forward, it's all just going to start falling anyways. But if you're doing it this way, you can do it to where you can just hold it to where you have your index finger in between. But truth be told, when I'm trying to do Friffle into it this way, my hands just aren't big enough to go straight from that into this. So the other way is just the way that I have to do it. But if I had my choice, I'd probably do it with the index finger in between because truth be told, I just like the way it looks. Let's start with how to actually catch this move. You're going to take your pinky and move it out just like so. Though it's the only one just like this. That when you're landing, it's going to be almost like a stand for the cards. This also happens to be the way that I catch my card springs. Just like that. And when it comes to catching, this move is going to be absolutely no different with all of the cards right here on top of my pinky. I would recommend having a blanket or a soft surface like a carpet on the ground below you because you will be dropping cards when you're learning this move. Now the way to actually release with your right hand is to actually just release like you're in a closed grip and slowly come up. What that's going to do is that's going to release the front cards first all the way down to the back. And then to change the tempo of it, just changes how far you lean it back versus how vertical you are. If I'm like this, it's going to drop straight down and take maybe a half second, but if I'm like this, it probably could take up to 3. So straight up and down, that is it. And when leaning back, you do get a little bit more time. And if you're wanting to learn either the Pharaoh Shuffle, which looks like this, or Friffle, which I talked about earlier in this video, which is the move that goes into Cascade, right here, I'll have those both on the screen so you can check those tutorials out right over here. So you have the Pharaoh Shuffle and Friffle right there, and if you want to pick up these cards, they're 10% off. I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is Card Perfect, signing off.